Hello, Michelle. How's it going today?
I'm good, Lindsay. Lindsay, do you love good sales?
Of course, yes.
Me too. I get so excited when there's a good sale, and of course now with the holidays, there's been good sales. Did you buy anything over the holidays? Maybe Black Friday?
Yeah, I did. I bought a few things. Not so much Black Friday, but more, the weeks after that. I went Christmas shopping in stores and online, and yeah, who doesn't love a good sale, Michelle?
Yeah, exactly. So today we are going to answer a really great listener question.
Yes.
So yeah, this is going to be a good one. Very important.
Yes.
This is from this listener asked this on YouTube. So guys, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, definitely go on over, search All Ears English on YouTube, and you can see our episodes over there, and then hit subscribe.
Yes.
Lindsay, would you like to read the question?
I would love to. Here is our question. Hi, Aubrey, Lindsay, and Michelle. I'm Samet from Istanbul, Turkey. I want to go to Turkey, by the way. So bad.
Oh,
Thank you for accompanying me on my morning jogs every day.
Aw.
This is so nice. All Ears English listeners are not just listeners, they are also observers. I have a question because there's a real connection point here. In the episode, Are You Slaying English? At 13:26, one of you says, I love Johnny Depp. And the other responds, me too. Connection is essential here. So could you explain expressions like me too, neither do I, either do I, etc.? Because they all express shared opinions, experiences, or feelings. Thank you in advance. Yeah, I love that this listener is so tuned in to connection like we are, Michelle.
Yes, definitely. And this is huge. I mean, this is a really good episode for connection. I think this could be one of our top connection episodes.
Yes, I can't wait.
Really. Yeah. So, I mean, because we connect with people by sharing our opinions, our interests, right? Trying to find things in common. So this is really about agreeing and finding common ground.
Oh my gosh, totally. Totally.
Yeah. I mean, Lindsay, so what does me too mean?
It means I agree with you. Like I see that thing the same way that you do. It's the same for me. I feel the same. I've experienced the same thing you have, which the listener is totally right. It is a connection moment. Right?
Such a big connection moment. So we are going to talk more about this in just a second. But first, we want to say thank you so much to those who have reviewed us in our iOS app.
Yes, I noticed we've had some wonderful reviews in the iOS app in the last few months. So I want to say a huge thank you to Kitty Japan, a huge thank you to No Brightly, as well as Afnan from Saudi Arabia and Jerosaya from, not sure where that student is from, but thank you for your amazing reviews. These are great, Michelle. Fantastic.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
We really appreciate it, guys.
We do.
So, all right, let's get into it. So we're going to do a couple role plays here so you can see how it's used.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. I really love this restaurant.
Me too. It's delicious.
Nice.
Okay. Or this one, I know, Lindsay, you agree with me.
We've talked about pink. Yeah.
I think pink is underrated.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
Right. And clearly we would continue the conversation here, right? There would be some follow-up, but this just immediately gives you a way to agree and show the person you see the world in the same way.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So so me too, that's kind of one of the basic ones, but we can also use others. So another one would be same here, right?
Yeah. I love this idea of expanding out, moving beyond just me too. Me too is good, but that's your starting point. There are other things we can say. So let's show our listeners this one. I love this song.
Oh, same here.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
What
so
else
just
can we say?
another tool. Yeah. So another one you can say is so do I, or if it's more than one person, you could say so are we.
So for example, I want to stop for coffee.
Oh, so do I. I'm exhausted.
Nice. I love buying coffee, buying lattes on the weekend. I'm so bad at that. I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's that ritual of the coffee.
It
You
is.
can't get past
It's the
it.
best. Yeah.
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 But yeah, so the listener also asked about neither do I and either do I. So what's interesting is, Lindsay, when you were reading the question, are you an either and an either person or an either and an either?
This is a pronunciation question, right? Good question. Oh my gosh, I think I'm more of an either neither.
Okay, because when you read the question, you were an either neither.
I guess I'm what do you say, ambidextrous? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you can do either.
You could do boom, but I'm ching. Nice.
Yeah. I'm an either neither.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, you will sorry, because this may have gotten confusing. So these words are spelled Neither.
Yeah.
That's neither, and either is Either. Now, some people pronounce that with a E sound, and some people pronounce it with an I sound, and neither one is right or wrong. It's just what you're used to. So pick your favorite and go with it. That's what I would say.
Or mix it up, keep it interesting. You know,
Yeah.
you could do whatever you want. I love when we have options when it comes to pronunciation, but
True.
This phrase, Michelle, feels a little strange to me. Is either, I mean, this idea of either do I, is that something we actually say grammatically in English?
No, we're not going to say either do I. That one doesn't work. But what about neither do I?
Neither do I, neither do I. Totally cool. Yes.
Yes. So we use neither do I when we agree with someone who is saying something with a negative. Okay. So it doesn't mean they are saying something negative necessarily. It's not like, oh, if they say something bad, but that they have a negative in the sentence.
Okay.
So let's do some mini role plays here.
Okay.
I don't think we need to leave early.
Neither do I. The traffic is pretty calm at 11 a.m. Okay. So you've said something, you've formed your sentence in the negative, and I agree with you. Right, Michelle? Yeah.
So you could have said, I mean, another way of saying the same thing would be if I said, I think we can leave a little later, and then you could say, me too.
Me too.
Right?
Same here. Right.
Same here. Right.
Yeah.
In that area.
Right.
But since I had it in the negative, you're going to use a neither.
Yes.
Let's do another example.
Okay. I don't really like her new album.
Neither do I. I miss her old style.
And again, I formed my statement in the negative, and you agree. So you're going to say neither do I or neither do I. Right, Michelle?
Yes, exactly. And it doesn't, just because it's a neither, it doesn't, we're actually agreeing here.
Right. Yes. Don't get confused. We are on the same page. This episode is all about how to be on the same page.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Awesome.
We're going to go over some more of these after the break.
All right. We are back from break. So, Michelle, there's still other things that we could say. What about me neither? Me neither.
Yeah.
Where does this come in?
Me neither it's kind of the opposite of me too. And it's also really, it's the same idea as neither do I, but you will hear people say me neither. It's less formal. It's more conversational. I think you would not really write me neither. Like, I think neither do, right? I would say that neither do I, neither am I, right? Those are probably better for writing.
I mean, you'll
hear me neither.
You'll hear it. You might write it in a text message, right?
Sure.
Because
Yes,
text messages are basically just
Talking.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about this, though, is we said earlier that we have options with neither, neither, but I never hear someone say me neither.
Me neither.
I don't hear that.
True. Yeah. Because that would,
That's weird.
I would say for me neither, I would just go with the E sound.
Exactly.
Me neither.
So there are some constraints to those options that
point.
you have, guys. A very kind of colloquial thing, native and natural thing. It's a little secret here, right?
Yes, exactly. So here we go. Here's how it would be used. I don't usually make phone calls.
Me neither. I prefer to text. Is this you, Michelle? Are you someone that would rather text someone, or do you like to get on the phone and call someone?
It depends. Like,
Yeah.
if sometimes, like for work stuff, I remember with Jessica, I used to just call her if I was confused about something. And, if I'll text with Aubrey, I've called you, if there's something, sometimes I just feel like it's just easier to
just
do
want
a
an
phone
answer.
call.
Yeah. No, I agree. Faster.
But
right?
I'll notice with my friends, we'll be texting. And then if you're making plans, all of a sudden things are getting a little confusing. I'll call, or my friend will call, and they'll say, and you always hear them say something like, oh, I just figure it would be easier to talk on the phone, right?
Right. Yeah, you have to say something like when you've been in a long text chain, you decide to pick up the phone.
Yeah,
you kind of have to say something of why did you call, right? It's
That would be
bad.
a fun and a fun other episode.
It would be a fun one. Yeah, I like that idea. Guys, hit the follow button. Coming up in January, February, we'll have some great episodes for you.
Yes, exactly. So I said I don't usually make phone calls. Could you have also said neither do I?
I don't usually make phone calls. Neither do I. I like that.
Yeah.
We could say
Yeah,
that.
that would be fine as well.
Yeah.
So then there's also neither am I, right? So we can use it with am, is, right? So neither am I, neither is he, neither is she, neither are we, right? So used with to be. So you can do that as well. Okay. So here's an example. I'm not going to the party.
Neither am I. It's too late. Yeah.
Right.
Love that. So
you have to match it. It has to match, like that. Cause I said I'm right. So you're not, I wouldn't say I'm not going to the party. And then you would say neither do I, right? It doesn't work. It has to match with the to be.
The grammar form that you're using, the key verb here needs to match. Good point. What else do we need to know here, Michelle?
Yeah. So again, just to clarify, when we say negative sentence, again, we don't mean a negative opinion. We just mean a sentence that uses a negative. Right. Yeah. So I'm not doing this. I don't like this. Right. That uses a negative. Yeah. So for example, you can say, and we've talked about this, you could say, I hate olives, which is a negative thing. But the answer would be, if you agree.
For me, I would never say me too.
I know.
But if you also are an olive hater, you could say me too.
Right. Because it's still a sentence that is in the positive.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle, I really want you to try all the olives on the planet so you could find an olive that you love. There has to be an olive for you. I mean,
an olive for me.
There's Kalamata. There's so many different kinds out there, right?
I don't know.
No. We'll okay. All right. No takers. No takers. All right. Let's go into a role play here. What are we doing here?
Okay. So here we are acquaintances at a mutual friend's party.
Okay. Here we go.
Wow. This party is amazing. I love the decorations.
Me too. They really outdid themselves this year. I'm terrible with decorating.
Oh, same here. I have no talent for that.
Oh, neither do I. I'm amazed by people who do, though. Are you traveling for the holidays?
No, not this year.
Neither are we. We are staying put. We're saving up for a summer vacation.
Oh, so are we.
Nice. Okay. So we're finding, the connection piece here is we're finding what we have in common.
Yes.
And how we see the world the same way and maybe where we differ in some cases, right? All right.
Yep, exactly. So I said this party is amazing. I love the decorations. And you said...
Me too, right? I agree with you, right? And then I'm making an additional comment. Normally, you wouldn't just say me too and then be quiet. You would say something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you want to continue it on, right, then you got to keep talking.
For sure. And then I said, I'm terrible with decorating. I'm making I'm revealing something that I wouldn't be able to do this well. And you're saying, oh, same here. I have no talent for that.
Right. And yeah, this is good because you could have said, oh, me too. Right. But we just said me too. So here we have some more options. So that's really good. And then, so I said, I have no talent for that, which is true. And then you said, oh, neither do I. Right. So again, we have a negative. So now we're moving into neither. Yeah. And we're using the verb to do.
Right. And then I said, are you traveling for the holidays? And you said, no, not this year. And then I agreed with you. Right. I said, in our case, the case is the same for us, right? Neither are we, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't say me too, right?
Yes, right.
So that wouldn't really work there because of the negative.
No.
Yeah, and then you said we are saving up for a summer vacation, and I said so are we.
Nice. Yeah. So it seems like we align on a lot of things, which could make us think like we want to become better friends, right? Because we're acquaintances. Maybe we'll become, I mean, it is true that we tend to make friends with people that are sometimes similar to us. Not always. And we want to have a big diversity of friends in our circle, but the people that see life in the same way, that's why we become friends with them sometimes, right?
And this will just lead you to more and more things that you find in common.
Yes.
Once the ball gets rolling, then it can be, oh, me too. Oh, wow. That's the same for me. Right. Everything starts moving. So guys, huge for connection. Yes. I don't think we can stress that enough. Even though these are really kind of teeny tiny little phrases, they're very important and can really help you build that connection.
Yeah, we could say they punch above their weight, right? They punch above their weight. Also a good episode topic for another day for that expression. Guys, go find the next episode. A great one to go check out is, this was a Saturday episode, learning English is not like pulling teeth. So go find out what the expression it's like pulling teeth even means. Yeah. Has nothing to do with dental work, okay? And we'll see you guys over there. All right.
Yes. All right. Takeaway. I think we already mentioned it. Guys, go for that connection point. Try and find ways to keep talking with people. And another good point, which Lindsay brought up a lot, was, don't just say me too and then look in the other direction, right? This is your chance.
This is your chance.
This is your real chance to start building those connections. So make sure that you try and add as much as possible. Share yourself, share information, your opinions, all sorts of things. And that's going to help you really connect with people.
Totally agree. Take advantage of these moments when you see that connection opportunity. There are other times in life when we show up at a party and we feel we have nothing in common with anyone. They say things and we're like, oh, that's really different from my perspective. And we don't really know what to say, right? But these are moments when there is a lot of material there. So say something, right? Love it.
Exactly.
So good. Excellent.
All right. Well,
All right, Michelle.
I'll see you soon, Lindsay.
Have a good day. Talk soon. Bye.
All right. Bye.